jump right into reports, and I will have Teresa and Marcia go ahead. We might have to move. They're going to use the screen, so you on the south side might have to move over here so you can see the presentation.
While she's working on that, I'm Marcia Phillips. I'm a family consumer science teacher. And this is Teresa. Do you want to introduce yourself? Behind the screen.
How's that? I'm Teresa Davis. I am the at-risk coordinator at the high school.
And we're going to show you a program that we started this year. And I have to tell you a little background on it because Mr. Litterer, when he first came to me and he wanted me to be a member with Teresa of this advisor-advisee team, and I kind of told him that that was kind of a bad word in my vocabulary, so you know, I said, I'll go to the training and I'll see, but I said, Teresa and I went, and
I wanted moral support. I didn't know that at the time.
And it was a very impressive demonstration by Dr. Joseph Hodel, and he's been very good about talking to us, email, and asking us how things are going. And I've taught for 25 years, and I've been through a lot of advisor-advisee programs under a lot of different leadership, in several different schools, and they just seem to kind of fall apart. And when I saw this, it was very structured, it was very positive, and so I came home with no longer having a lump in my stomach. So we started this. So Teresa, if you want to go ahead.
Sure.
Grab a chair and go over if you want.
Yeah. And this was something that he introduced to us. It was a note from a parent that kind of spurred this. Young people nowadays love luxury. They have bad manners and contempt for authority. They show disrespect for old people, contradict their parents, talk constantly in front of company, gobble their food, and tyrannize their teachers. And you see this goes back to the 5th century BC. And other quotes to tie this into curriculum are, to educate a person in mind and not morals is to educate a menace to society. And then that was by Theodore Roosevelt, for those of you who can't see over there. So we must remember that intelligence is not enough. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education, and that is Martin Luther King Jr. Bill Gates, America's high schools are obsolete. By obsolete, I mean our high schools, even when they're working exactly as designed, cannot teach our kids what they need to know today. Today, only 1/3 of our students graduate from high school ready for college, work, and citizenship. And these are just some of the attributes of character that we touch on with the students. And those of you who can see will see there's respect, courage, and those types of things that go along with that.
And the program itself is actually supposed to be an 18-week curriculum. And he explained to us that, you know, whatever we thought we could do with it, he'd help us in trying to do that. And so we had to adapt what was going to work for us. And so we don't, it's an 18-week curriculum, but we don't present it that way. Character development and leadership build character and leadership skills in a consistent, repetitious, and purposeful manner. And I think that's the key that this man found. It's consistent, it's repetitious, and it has purpose. And I think that's very important. The first 6 weeks of his program are orientation and expectations, and our first lesson was on attitude. And I brought this time the definition that we used of attitude: approaching every day with enthusiasm, confidence, and a positive outlook. And that's what we discussed during that time then. Second one, developing goals and priorities, is preparation. And we are just finishing up preparation right now. The importance of education, perseverance, showing respect for authority, respect, building a positive reputation, honesty, developing personal values, integrity. The second 6 weeks are skills for the present: handling peer pressure, courage, the importance of role models, appreciation, managing anger and aggression, self-control, positive communication skills, empathy, expressing gratitude to parents, gratitude, and cultural competence, tolerance. And the third 6 weeks then is to prepare for the future: citizenship in the community, duty, making marriage last, loyalty, consequences of becoming a teen parent, responsibility, confronting bullies, compassion, becoming a leader, leadership, and being a strong role model, character. And the format is like, he first does an ethical dilemma. And instead of, we can't do this in an 18-week segment, so we have every other Wednesday slotted for our time to see all of our kids. And each teacher has a certain group, and we'll explain that a little bit later. And the first Wednesday, we present an ethical dilemma, and the teacher that's with them, their facilitator, presents an ethical dilemma. There are questions about it. We introduce, like the first time we introduced attitude, and they have some questions, and we spend time discussing it. They also, that first time, learn a basic skill. And our first basic skill was the business handshake. And then we've been practicing that all the time. My kids that I have are getting very good at that, because it was a lot of limp noodles and not look at me in the eye kind of thing in the beginning. They are getting very good at it. And then the second Wednesday, we watch a character movie that's about, the first time was, attitude. And we just see clips from it. And then they have questions that go with the movie clips. And so that time is pretty much used up with just showing the clips and a few discussion questions. Then the third Wednesday, we read from a book that each teacher has, and the teacher reads the chapter to the students. And we have a set of questions that go along with the chapter. And this book is really, the first chapter was about Maddie Stepanek, and the second chapter that we're going to read, actually this Wednesday, is about Tiger Woods. And this time we're on preparation, and I thought no better character to show preparation. And the chapter is really very, very interesting. So it took us actually 6 weeks, because we only have it every other Wednesday. 6 weeks to get through one session. So it is very repetitious. They get attitude 3 times. Then they got, the second one was preparation, and they got that 3 times.
And what you should know about the book, and that would be this textbook that we use, is that first and foremost we wanted to make reading fun, inspirational, motivational, and relatable. It is written from a historical perspective. They learn about people who made history without having to memorize facts and dates. It's written and edited for the 9th grade reading level, so that everyone in our high school, should be able to read this level, but however, they're having it read to them. Each chapter begins with a hook, and each story ends with the real-life moral of the story. And as we said before, the curriculum is all about rigor, relevance, and relationships. So the rigor is the reading and writing every week. We always have them have something for them to either read or read to, and the writing as well to tie it in. Relevance applies to every aspect of their life, whether it's academics, personal life, relationships, athletics, and future. And relationships, this class provides opportunities and time to devoting caring, respect, and concern we would all hope to see between teachers and students.